Greetings, comrades of the world, and hello to any extraterrestrial comrades who may ascribe to communist principles. Let's be open here. Let's not just consider the comrades who occupy the earthly existence with which we exist, but let's also broaden the scope of our mind to the comrades who occupy galactic spheres. It is currently 2 AM local time where I am. My name is William Bogtrout. My pronouns are it, them. My gender at the moment is most strongly associated with a non-binary hybrid creature. And to be more specific, I feel as though I am an ichthyocentaur and I have a visual representation of what that is here. So basically it means that I have the upper body of a human, the lower anterior forelegs of a horse, and the tailed half of a fish. Now, obviously you can't see these traits externally presented on my body, but I very much feel this within. And it was really, really hard for me growing up because basically I didn't see any non-binary hybrid creature representation in our mainstream media. And that was really hard to affirm these deeply felt emotions that I was experiencing. Of course, with the exception of films like Narnia, which had loads of fawns and loads of centaurs, which was just brilliant. And also the shark/octopus from the hit 2010 film Sharktopus. But other than that, there really wasn't much. And I would just really love to see more non-binary hybrid creature representation in our media and more self-identifying hybrid creatures receiving awards at award shows such as the Oscars and stuff like that. But anyway, I really must confess that I am digressing from the topic at hand and the reason in which you may have clicked on this video. I just want to apologise in advance because I often do breathe very heavily through my nostrils like that of a horse, which kind of sounds like I have a blocked nasal canal. And from time to time my body does flap and shudder as a fish would do if it were on dry land. I will also have you know that because I feel the fish component of my hybrid identity is of a female gender, you will notice that these shaking patterns are characteristic of shaking patterns found in female fish, such as Canadian salmon and Australasian snapper female variants. From time to time my face also does puff up like this, which was simulating a fish looking for H2O. This is just me being me and feeling connected with who I really am as a person, so there's nothing for you to worry about. Now, a little bit about me. I live in West Sussex and attend the University of Sussex. I am currently completing a BA Honours in Liberal Arts, where in a few years to come, I will be looking to complete my PhD, where I will be focusing on the romanticisation and negative portrayal of chicken eggs and the popular children's nursery rhyme Humpty Dumpty, and how this has led to patriarchal hierarchies in Egyptian social order. But without further ado, now I'm going to talk about why we need communism and why we need it now. Now, communism is a political and economic ideology that positions itself in opposition to liberal democracy and capitalism, advocating instead for a classless society in which the means of production are owned communally, or private property is non-existent or severely curtailed. Now, why do we need it? Let me just get myself in a position to be able to speak on my personal and traumatic experience. Just recently, after one of my lectorials, I headed up to the postgraduate lounge on the university's second floor. However, halfway through of getting there, I realised I had left my swipe access card in my pencil case, which was left in the lectorial room. So I walked back down to retrieve it, and eventually when I did retrieve it, I walked back up to the postgraduate lounge, which is thankfully cordoned off by thick double glazed glass panels to keep any of the how should I say, non-postgraduate students from getting in, and just ruining the general vibe of the room with their, not to be rude, lack of intelligence. Anywho, I had arranged to meet with some of my peers from a Global Social Discourse 102 paper To call them friends would be a stretch of the word, but anywho, we had arranged to discuss our module topics. We do this on a weekly basis, and each week one of us is responsible for bringing a pack of biscuits. Pippa, one of the group members, brought a packet of Jammy Dodgers last week, which is this really cheap and nasty brand for those of you that don't know, which made me just feel physically and emotionally ill after eating them. However, this week, someone brought a Harrods Heritage chocolate biscuit tin, which they really went above and beyond with. But because I turned up late, when I arrived, they had already started scoffing into them, and the chocolate-coated ginger ones had almost all gone. And I kid you not, throughout the session I only managed to pluck and consume about 4, whilst the others I can assure you had about 8 each. We have all had to bring and contribute biscuits, spending our own hard-earned money, while some of us are getting absolutely ripped off by the lack of enforcement of portion quotas. And some of these people who scoff like the emperors of Rome speak from the pulpits of communist ideologies during class discussions. And they appear to be absolutely blinded by their own ignorance. Stalin would be rolling in his grave right now, I kid you not. Sorry, it's just making me feel really upset. And I can feel a really nasty migraine coming along. You know, it's in moments such as these that really makes you think that we actually really do need communism, where we can have systems in place which ensure the accurate and precise distribution of resources in all aspects of our day-to-day lives. I mean, look how happy all these people in these pictures and paintings are living in communist regimes and countries. They all look so flabbergastingly happy, enjoying equal distribution. I bet they're all getting the same amounts of the chocolate-coated ginger ones from the Harrods Heritage chocolate biscuit tins. I bet you they are. I bet you they are. Sorry, I don't know if I'm sounding a bit angry or if I need to alter the tone of my voice. It's just I'm feeling very tired at the moment because currently I am living a nocturnal lifestyle. Basically what nocturnalism is when you don't ascribe to traditional daytime hours. Like, I find it really tough because the many of society operate within daytime hours, occupying the lavatories, the shops, the roads. And truth be told, I just really don't like people, and I don't like having to wait. I'm just finding it really tough at the moment because I'm seldom seeing my family anymore, but more annoyingly, most shops aren't open past midnight, so I can't access the essentials like food, petrol and clothing. And streetlights are so flabbergastingly dim, they really do seldom light up public spaces when I'm walking at night or trying to read a book in the park. You know, we really do need to embark on some centralised communist revolution where we can get shops to acknowledge the nocturnal amongst us in society and to make themselves more accessible. Oh, stop it! Anyway, I digress. Live long and prosper. I think that's something Marx said. Anywho, I've got to go now and run myself a bath and hop into some water because I feel as though I need some oxygen from a water source, or I may dehydrate. Stay tuned for more content coming soon.